Having a great day so far today. In this video, I wanted to share with you 3 ways that you can immediately give yourself a pay raise. And the first one is a little known fact that you can actually change your dependent status on your W-9 or whatever tax form it is. Now, don't quote me on this and don't sue me on this. I'm not a CPA, but I've done this in the past and I've known people who've done this, and it is legal because you can be taking care of family members and their baby because they just lost a job. You might have a girlfriend who might be your dependent. So if you go there and you change your dependency from 1 to 2, then you can immediately have less of your taxes being withheld. But what that means is that at the end of the year, when you file your taxes, you're still going to owe the same amount, so your refund is going to be different. So say you have a $1,000 refund, you can capture some of that today as a $200 or $300 bonus if you need an immediate pay raise. Not like your boss is giving you a pay raise, but especially with your boss giving you a pay raise, one thing you have to do is ask for pay raises if you've been there for a long time and they're not giving you pay raises. But I digress. If you want to immediately give yourself a pay raise and get more of your paycheck today, have them withhold less of your money, and then at the end of the year you won't have as much of a refund. So that's all the refund is how much they withhold versus how much you owe. How much you owe is going to stay the same, but if they withhold less, you'll get more of your money today, and you might even have to cut them a check at the end of the year to the IRS. Now, the second way that you can immediately get a pay raise is to actually just start working for yourself. A lot of people do jobs, or they know how to do things. So a lot of people, they do their job and then they go home and they don't do other things. A lot of things you can do is even small things like driving for Uber. Driving for Uber is technically like running your own business. It's almost like running your own taxi service or doing Uber Eats or something, but it goes beyond this. You can do house repair projects. You can do babysitting or guitar lessons. There's lots of ways that you can make more money, but the big one is a lot of people say plumbing and electrical or carpentry, handyman, they're working for someone and they know how to do pretty much everything. They just don't know how to run a business very well. And if you were to just learn how to file the forms to start your business, you have to pay a little bit of a fee, but in the long run, say the job is a $3,000 job and you as the worker, you make say 500 of that. 500 goes to materials and there's another worker for 500, and the boss gets to keep say 1,000 or 1,500 bucks. Well, if you start working for yourself, you can undercut these people, do all the work yourself, not hire somebody, and take home a lot of that money. So you end up working for yourself, especially if you can do things around the house like changing sinks and all that. It doesn't hurt to put up an ad and to try to get jobs that way. You can make a lot more money and you can give yourself a raise because you'll be taking home more of the pie. Say you work a 5-hour gig and it's worth 1,500 bucks and you made 30 bucks an hour, but at your normal job you only make 15 or 20 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So, working for yourself, you can make a lot more money that way. And you can do it pretty much immediately. It might take a while to get your business running. I'm not saying you should go quit your job immediately, but what it can do is to give you some supplemental income and to give you extra bits that you can start putting towards investments or putting towards paying off your debts and stuff. And the last one, the third way, is to just simply spend less money. If you have $1,000 and you spend all of it, then at the end of it you have $0. But if you have $1,000, no one gives you a raise, you give yourself a raise by spending only $800, then at the end of it you have $200. And then from there you can invest it. The third way really is spend less money so that you can invest more, because your investments will build you money upon itself. And some easy ways to spend less is, one way is to just haggle. If you can just haggle with people, then you can oftentimes get really good deals. I was changing out a water heater around here recently. The first company I called quoted me at $1,099. The next company I called quoted me at $1,350, I think it was. And then I called Lowe's, and Lowe's is quoting me at $800 or whatever. So you gotta shop around, you gotta haggle, you gotta try to talk people out of things, or not try to talk people out of things. You don't want to screw someone over by haggling, but if you haggle, that'll work a little bit. And then another thing you can do is start using coupons. Get discounts through using coupons And you can get some serious discounts by using coupons. I just got a $30 off discount for Lowe's the other day by applying for a credit card. And if I had been accepted for the American Express credit card, I would have gotten another coupon. But they can do a hard check on my report for a $30 coupon. I'll get paid $30 to do that. And then another one is to just live more frugally. Just spend less money by spending less money on like things like food, eating out. Food isn't, for most people, the number 3 biggest expense in their life. No, most people have housing, their car, and then food is number 3 at their most expensive. Some people, if they have a paid off car, food is their second most expensive thing. And if you can just make more of your own food, eat more of what you actually buy at the supermarket so you don't let your food go bad and you actually eat it instead of just throwing it away or letting it sit in the cupboards, you can save a lot of money, and hence you'll have more of your paycheck left over, and hence you've given yourself a raise. Another way to do it is honestly just through financing. You can finance so that you can invest. So if you're investing, so like take the water heater for example. If they offer me 0% 12-month financing, I'm going to take it because it's 0%. But there are people in the world who would actually pay with cash rather than pay 0% financing for 12 months because they don't want to have the bill or whatever it is. But if someone's offering you financing at 0%, there's literally no reason to not take it as long as you keep making the payments, because the reason they do that is if you don't make the payments, then they charge you like 25% for the whole period. But as long as you're responsible enough to just make the payments, it's a lot better to pay $80 per month for 12 months than it is to pay $1,000 today. I mean, time value of money. You can finance. A lot of rich people leverage everything. The sooner that you can get into deals and get the leverage situation going to where you're starting to leverage and lock up housing, and if you need a car, you can get it on a loan, put like, $200 down and get yourself a cheap car loan. A lot of the places around in Indianapolis, at least, they actually do have like less than $200 and you can walk out with the car with financing. But financing is another way. And just in general, just spend less your money. But that's the big 3 ways to give yourself a raise immediately, is just claim more dependents so you get more taxes, or less of a tax deduction so you have less taxes withheld from your paycheck, and then do some jobs for yourself and eventually try working up to where you have your own business, and then invest and spend less money. Invest what you don't spend rather than just save it. A lot of people will just put their money in a bank and just save it, and that doesn't do you anything. I mean, sure, if you are in a high interest rate savings account, I would say put some of your money there, but I've known people who put tens of thousands of dollars in a savings account, and it's not doing them anything. It's like, yo, you have to start investing either in property or in a business or in stocks, which is a business. So you can, or in Bitcoin if you want, just invest in something like for Jesus, or in gold. But I mean, there's a lot that I would just say a mutual fund, but you have to invest if you want to make more money. That's another way to immediately give yourself a raise, is to just invest your money so that you can get interest. Because if you're getting paid 10% interest on $10,000 and you just save the $10,000, then you're making $1,000 a year more than you used to. So if you make $30,000 and you just want $1,000 more, just save $10,000 and get 10%. And then from there, the next year, you're going to make $1,100, and it continues. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on and on in this video. That's just me explaining to you guys how you can immediately give yourself a pay raise at whatever job you have. And I appreciate you guys all taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please hit the like button and the subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, peace.